75 million to sit in a room with him for 5 minutes. What are you doing? For 75 mil, he needs to be worried about sitting in a room with me. Rename your favorite film to a clickbait YouTube title. A rat cooked my food, and I liked it. Emotional. Who else uses can openers to drink soft drinks? This is extremely unhinged. I must try it immediately. How many animals can you see? I only see 3. Is there something wrong with me? Big mood. We all agree that this is the best position for sleeping. Blue door. You go back in time and fix all of your mistakes. Red door. 10 million in hand. Mistakes are meant to be made. Run me my money. Once you get this off of your shirt, what do you do with it? Aren't we supposed to chew it? Why do men stop trying after they have you? You don't give a fish more bait after you catch it. How the hell do people sleep in jeans? You have to be a different type of tired to sleep in jeans. No Wi-Fi, no phone, no connection with people. Take 10 million. Live with lover. No thanks. I already have $50 million by shooting my friend's leg from previous post. Is this orange or yellow? It's yellow. You are all wrong. I have decided just now. Can we settle this once for all? How do you brush? Everybody should pick one. Why do males take so long to mature? Y'all stupid or something? Why do females take so long to get ready? Are you ugly or something? You're driving. Pull down the mirror and you see this. What are you doing? I'm giving him the keys because he owns the car now. You walking home and see this. What are you doing? Giving his ass though. What's up, bruh? Head nod and keep it pushing. How many colors do you see? I see 3. You are colorblind if you are only seeing 3. Since boys know everything, what's this? Obviously that's the thing you put over your eyes before you sleep. If I cut my foot off and swing it at your head, am I kicking or hitting you? You will most likely mentally scar me more than anything. Ever wondered why girls don't go to the bathroom alone? Well, can a girl please deny or confirm this? She said yes. What was the question? Will you marry me? No. What is this? Wrong answers only. It is an old school Roomba. Pull the pin and it cleans everything in a 50-foot radius. People really be grown and still using umbrellas. Are you supposed to become waterproof after you turn 18 or something? You're a burglar, but you can only steal things that mildly inconvenience your victims. What are you taking? I'm stealing the plate that goes in the microwave. What's the crazy excuse your man has ever told you for not coming home at night? He said he was cleaning his house and he mopped himself into a corner. He had to wait for the floors to dry and he fell asleep. What is it with boys being obsessed with this hair clip? It's just interesting. What would you do in this situation? Switch to Google Chrome. You ever think about how your skeleton is always wet? I wish I never had, but thanks for ruining my life. Don't worry, there will come a time when it's not. Thanks. Even worse. What's the worst pronunciation of your name you've ever heard? I don't even know where to start. What would you do in this situation? I'm telling him to cut that shit out before I get mad. Who would win? 1 trillion lions or the sun? I mean, that's a lot of lines. What's worse than a heartbreak? Stepping on your dog's tail and not being able to explain that you're sorry. Let your keyboard expose you. Type, don't touch my baby. How do you feel about mushrooms? People who don't like mushrooms have childish taste buds. Moved out at 19. What about you? Living rent-free with my mom, with no baby. The fuck? Girls want to talk about period pains. Have you ever rolled your ankle over like this? I'm so glad girls don't have ankles. Why do girls like to shower in skin-boiling water? Meals need cook. Are 13s okay? No, they're not. How broke are you? I'm going to have a deep breath for lunch. What balloon is he holding? Obviously green, right? Men fall asleep so quick, bro. What's the secret? We don't create fake scenarios in our head that keep us up all night. Please tell me this happens to other people. This be the one thing on a bad day that's going to make you reach your limit. If you had 6 minutes left to live, what's the last song you would listen to? I would spend the whole 6 minutes trying to pick a song. Do you ever scare the hell out of yourself for no reason? I will be downstairs getting some juice and I'll tell myself, imagine if someone was standing behind you right now waiting for you to turn around. I had no reason to do that to myself. What should I get my dog for her 15th birthday? A box of chocolate. Fuck this page. Leaving. Why are men always okay with doing nothing for their birthday? Imagine celebrating the day when all my problems started. You're offered 50k, but if you accept it, the person you hate the most in the entire world gets 100k. Are you taking it? Yes. Why wouldn't I want 150k? How do people stay in the house all day? All my stuff is there, and I don't like people. What is the brokest you have been? My card was declined on ramen noodles. I was buying 1 bag. Cashier said, man, just take it. Are your stomachs flat? Yeah. The L is silent. Valentine's Day approaching. What are you getting? A snap from Team Snapchat. I've never actually heard guys introduce themselves. How do you find out each other's names? We usually just wait until we hear somebody else say it. What feels illegal, but isn't? Calling in sick when you're actually sick. Lol. What are you doing after you drink this? This the stuff that turned donkey into a horse. People cry doing their math homework. Some of you never had to spend hours in the kitchen table crying as your dad shouts, what is 3 times 7? I did. What is the hardest truth you've learned? The world will not treat you better just because you are a good person. What is the biggest lesson that employment has taught you? Efficient workers get punished with more work. Do you do sock, shoe, shoe, or sock, shoe, sock? What kind of sociopath does sock, shoe, started seeing someone, as in dating or hallucinations? The therapist, actually. Well, if animals didn't want to be eaten, then why the hell are they made out of food? Why is a PS2 controller posting this? Technology is evolving. Your dad comes back in your life after 18 years and hands you the keys to this. What are you doing? Man, I know how traffic gets going. To the store. Welcome back. Will you stand me up or lay me down? Damn, bae. Slow down. Be honest. What number are you? 1. Why aren't breakfast dates a thing? By the time they dressed, it's lunch. If your parents approve of your marriage, but your grandparents and uncles didn't, would you still get married? Might as well ask the postman too, if I'm taking everyone's opinion. What ages were your guys ugly is? Birth present. Are men obligated to pay for everything in a relationship? Boy, I thought you were speaking Spanish. What is the dumbest thing you believed as a child? Once I'm 18, my mom won't be able to tell me what I can and can't do anymore. What is one thing that became more clear as you got older? Why the Grinch wanted to live alone with his dog. Thinking about chopping off my long ass hair. How long is your ass hair? Why am I only nice to you for 3 weeks? That's the end of the free trial. Ladies, when you get your mood swings, do you want space or our attention? Yes. Do men still open car doors? How do you think we get inside? How do y'all summer bodies be looking? I have a nice personality. First thing you do in a hotel, I walk around the room and say, this is nice. Who remembers these? These won't erase anything. Would y'all still eat it? I would look for the one with my name on it, like those Coca-Cola bottles. Do you trust pinky promises? You are whack if you don't take these seriously. Name a death in a movie you took to heart. Tony Stark, that broke my heart. What feels flushing the toilet in the middle of the night? Question, what is love? Answer, I unfollowed some of my meme pages, so my husband can send me memes I haven't seen. Name a toxic trait that you have. I laugh in serious moments. Would you date you? I would be outside my house with a boombox in the rain. Quiet, laid-back men. Why do you go for loud, fiery women? Somebody's got to tell the waiter I ordered mashed potatoes, and it won't be me. Do you light the fire before or after you pour the milk? What are you mad about today? The fact we have to pay for trash bags just to throw them same bags in the trash. How do you know when you actually like somebody? When I choose them over napping. How lazy are you? I take naps after I wake up from sleeping. What's your favorite memory from school? The part when the bell rang and I went home and took a nap. Why do people's knees be having scars on them? Because we actually played outside as kids. What's the move for today? I probably will hit the living room around 2 or 3. Who sits here? If you're the shortest, then this is your seat. Don't be difficult. Why do girls never DM first? Does the egg swim to the sperm? Or does the sperm swim to the egg? Case closed. Do you guys ever just lose clothes inside your house? What's the dumbest thing you did as a child? Wish I was grown. As a visitor, how do you sit? Choose your position. I wish someone would come into my house and sit like 7. What is the first song you would play on this? What piece of pop culture has ruined your first name? My name is Karen. Do you really have to ask to see the manager? What is heavier? 200 pounds of bricks or 200 pounds of feathers? The answer is feathers. 200 pounds of bricks is just a bunch of bricks, but if you try to carry 200 pounds of feathers, you also have to carry the weight of what you did to those poor birds. That was deep, and I did not anticipate that. How do ugly guys get such fine women? The more she laughs, the more time she spends with her eyes closed. It's science. You can choose a superpower, but the first person to reply can choose a side effect. I can cook minute rice in 58 seconds. A minute is now 57 seconds. You cannot imagine what horrific thing happened on Cannibal Island in 1933. I can probably guess. How do you know an animal is extinct? Like, you looked everywhere. They asked the other animals, bro. What are you? Bro, I'm rare. You people better step it up. I hate to be political, but is this a beard or a smile? Would you drink pee for $1 million? Of course. Imagine how much more pee I could drink with that kind of money. What life-changing item can you buy for less than $100? Heroin. You just said life-changing. It doesn't need to be a good thing. What is the best way to overcome depression? Love it, so it leaves you as well. Who's got STDs? I need you to smash someone for me. Calling an STD hit is absolutely insane. Would you take me to the beach? Looks like you're already on the beach. Is this appropriate for a teacher? What is she supposed to do? Leave her ass at home. He slaps your girl. What are you doing? Taking her to the fucking hospital. What role do you play at the family gatherings? Too young for the adults. Too old to be chilling with the kids. I just sit. Why do people slap the remote when it's not working? Why does it work after you slap it though? We all know you would punch your significant other for $1 billion, but would you punch them for 10,000? No, I love her and wouldn't hurt her for monetary gain. Pinned tweet. Women are trash. Who knows how to unlock iPhones? The owner. Give it back. So we all grew up thinking these chocolates were crazy expensive. First look at Albert Einstein in Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. What is his role? He's Albert Einstein. If you got offered a free vacation, but you can't post not even one thing while you're there, are you going? The fact that this is a legitimate question is insane. Would you slap your sibling for 1.5 million? I slap my sibling for fucking looking at me. Who would win in a fight? A baby. A different baby. Wait, why is everyone so sure about this? Slap him for 88 million. No, I would eat that thing for a raw Snickers bar. What's everyone listening to this morning? Spotify. How much of an allowance did you get per week as a teen? I was allowed to live there. How strict were y'all parents? If I have fun today, I cannot have fun tomorrow. Sorry. What is your excuse? I don't have a garage. Okay, but how do you hug? I don't even remember anymore. Do you ever find it silly? We dress up as skeletons when skeletons are dressed up as us. What do you think about this? The first notification pays for dinner. Damn, I like this. I will never have to pay for dinner. You wake up and see this outside of your bedroom. What are you doing? What can I do? If you never had a deep late night conversation at one of these tables with your friends at 1 a.m., what are you doing? I got 69 mosquito bites looking at this pic. With your current account balance, which Apple product can you buy? Apple. Thoughts. I can be in my room all day, enjoy my own company, and not bother nobody. That's how chill I am. You're old, but are you this old? What things give you goosebumps? Every time I see my favorite person. I've used this meme too much. You go to your crush's bedroom and see this. What are you doing? Is it just me, or has Christmas lost its vibe over the years? Have you ever had a breakup without even dating? That hurts like a motherfucker. CNN said the world is $217 trillion in debt. Who the fuck do we owe? Thanos. Ladies will ruin this perfect moment by saying, can I ask you something? Literally dumb shit. Would you cry if I passed away right now in front of you? Like, what the fuck do you think? Does anybody else experience really low moods when their birthday comes around? Why do guys lick their lips before they talk to marinate their lips? Why is dark spelled with K and not C? Because you can't see in the dark. What combination are you? 6A. Are you in love? No, I'm in bed. Anyone else smiling at old people just to show you're one of the good ones? Thoughts on this? Apple Music should be free if you have an iPhone. How do you eat your wings? Who else sleeps like this? Thoughts? Glasses and contacts should be free because I did not ask to be blind. You guys ever fuck with a Netflix show so much when it's over you are left feeling empty inside? You call this a date? You're pretty much married if you do this together. Do you have a problem? Yes. No. Can you do something about it? No. Yes. Then don't worry. Is this how a mentally stable person's brain works? And I'm only 21. What's your excuse? Injured my knee. Can we please start a support group for procrastinators tomorrow? If you find this in a room, who is the first person you are calling? No one. Are you closed? No ma'am. We just actually decided to lock the front and started mopping for fun. Who is your favorite liar? My ex. While being tackled by a police dog. What's his name? Caption this. Me in my bed, thinking about something embarrassing I did in 2008. Your manager is coming. 3 words only. It wasn't me. It's wild that you can just do anything. Date the wrong person. Choose the wrong career. You can go outside and start eating dirt if you want. And like, the universe lets you. Not even a pop-up. Like, are you sure? Try living with anxiety. The pop-up appears every time, no matter what you're trying to do. If a turtle doesn't have a shell, is it naked or homeless? Both. Yes. Yeah, totally both. It is dead. A turtle's shell is attached to its spine. Lisa lays down the lawn. Poorly describe the plot of an anime. Other people guess what it is. Hulking nudists terrorize an otherwise quiet village, inspiring a trio of orphans to join the military. A guy asked me out today, and I told him no, but I wanted him to try harder. Why didn't he try again? A girl asked me what I wanted for lunch, and I said pizza, but I really wanted steak. Why did she bring me pizza? Do you see how stupid that question sounds? That's how your question sounds. This is a questions meme, but like, why the fuck are they? Why is it so depressing? Why did I save this? Screw a breakup. Have you ever been yelled at by your favorite teacher? Like, damn, I thought we were homies. What answer did you get? Any answer other than 17 is wrong, and your education system failed you. He knocks on your door, and he says he wants to fight your son. What are you doing? Pushing him over. I like going to Walmart for fun. It's the small things, Merc. What's your favorite thing to do in our stores? Steal. You look outside your window and see this. What are you doing? Throwing my Pokeball at it. What's really fucked up, but we are pretty much okay with, the garbage pile the size of France floating around in the ocean. That is just France. Okay, serious question. What is this for? This is for my mum to dramatically grab when I'm going 26 in a 25. Do you actually think it's possible for someone to be very intelligent, but poor at articulating the point they're trying to make, so they come across as stupid? Have you met engineers? What part of your morning routine takes the longest? Deciding to get up. What are some fucked up animal facts? My hamster bites me, even though I'm so nice to him. I'm 14. What are you doing going on a not safe for work question then? I don't go to work. Shit. I mean, he's definitely got us there. What's stopping you from doing this with your partner? Common sense. What if advanced aliens haven't contacted us because we're one of the last primitive planets in the universe and they're preserving us, like we do with the indigenous people? Tell me what country you are from using 2 words. From Poland. What prank are you going to pull tomorrow for April Fool's Day? I'm going over to my parents for a meal, and I'm going to pretend I'm a normal functioning member of the human race with a rich social life and boundless optimism for what the future holds. What kind of friend are you? The kind that waits for you to tie your shoes while the rest of the group keeps going. What pisses you off instantly? These days, just open. This is so fucking depressing. What the fuck? What's your idea of a perfect date? Other formats can be confusing. What happens when you mix Coke and bleach? A good time. Ladies, what would you do if you found another girl's nudes on your man's phone? Send them to myself. When he asks for my nudes, I will send hers again. Does my friend look like Pocahontas? No, she looks like the people that took her land though. Your username dictates your death. How do you die? Poor guy. Your task is to blow a job interview. In the first 30 seconds, what do you do? How strict is the sexual harassment policy? How can you eat these precious creatures? Is this rhetorical, or are you looking for recipes? If you owned an 18+ theme park, what attractions would you put in it? Nothing special, just normal rides. It's just nice not to have children around. What are aspects of a man's life which women are most unaware of? Yeah, we don't need this type of negativity in my video. Get the fuck out. Why is there a gun? What do vegans eat after a heavy night out? Imagine being in a taxi home thinking, I can't wait to get home and demolish that cabbage. You get $100 every time you're rejected for anything. What do you do to make money? Ask random people for $100. Either they will give me 100 or they won't, meaning I'll get 100. What's the worst thing you can say in an elevator full of people? True story. My mom and dad were in a very crowded elevator. While my mom was very obviously pregnant to the point of bursting, I guess she looks at my dad and says, when are you going to tell your wife about me? My parents are happily married. She was just pranking him. My dad said it was the longest elevator ride of his life. If you just won 30 million and your mom's left eye costs 29, what are you doing? I'm buying her a Lamborghini and an eye patch. Let's ride Nick Fury. Would you rather meet Jake Paul, find $20? You are offered 10 million if you can name something that not even one person in the world has a fetish for. What do you answer? Me. You have 1 year to eat an entire standard-sized sofa for 1 million. What is your game plan? Probably wait till the night before. I pay you 10 million, but you have to drink water and only water for 30 years. Deal. No deal. You have $400. Your ex needs 100. Your girl also needs 200. How much do you have? 400 and unread messages. What is a life-changing item you can buy for less than 100? In my opinion, definitely a weighted blanket if you have a hard time sleeping at night or have anxiety. They have some at Target for $25 currently. I just use the crushing weight of all my failures instead. Much cheaper. What would you do if someone left you 8.7 million, pay off my student loans, and use the remaining $10 to go to the movies? Why is it that your clothes only get caught on the door handle when you're in a bad mood? That's the Lord grabbing you and telling you to stop being extra. Could you stay in the house for 2 weeks and you can't look out of the blinds for 100k? Yes, my 4-year-old just said, Dad, why do people make up things that their children have said for social media? Isn't it just inherently dishonest and indicative of an ability to construct a compelling narrative themselves? What's worse than a heartbreak? Ever cheated on a test and still failed? Friends that always check up on you. Are you okay? No, just checking. You are in your house and you hear a door slam. You turn around and see him. What are you doing? Ask him what bills he pay to be slamming doors in my fucking house. Do you ever notice that the Washington Monument looks absolutely nothing like George Washington? Whoa, mind blown. Do you call this a date? This would be the best date ever. Do you like your peanut butter and jelly, with or without the door hinge? Do you ever try to breathe quieter while walking up a hill so bystanders don't hear you fighting for your life? Do you consider this a date? The longer I stare, the wilder it gets. You're driving alone in your car, out in the middle of nowhere, and you come across this. What do you do? When people know about your depression and they randomly ask, are you okay?
How are you doing?
In that special voice, what's up you depressed bastard? This is preferable, honestly. I cannot stop thinking about this. What is Obama's last name? Care. Thank you. Look at the solar system. Every single other planet has been proven round. So what a clusterfuck of events led to Earth being flat? Riddle me that. The Earth is not a planet. You are sent to hell. What does Satan choose for your eternal punishment? He would bring me back to life. Hey, are you okay, bro? Is this your husky dog? No, he's a pure-blood, half-blue-eyed Alaskan wolf husky dog wool. What breed is he? Orange. Parents of Reddit, why don't you close the door when you're leaving our rooms? Because saying, son, your room stinks of month-old nut socks that are clearly stuffed down the side of the bed, and you need to let some fresh air in here because I'm genuinely worried worried at this point that breathing the air that is currently in here technically counts as me swallowing your money shot is just going to embarrass both of us. Norway is the happiest country in the world. What's the secret? This is way too political. What happens to nitrogen when the sun rises? It becomes daytrogen. I'm going to bed. Good nitrogen. Sleep titrogen. Don't let the fuck off. What would you do if I unplugged your router in the middle of your game? Use the time to form a strong romantic relationship with you that eventually leads to marriage. When we eventually grow old together and we find ourselves in the hospital on life support, I will bring up the time you unplugged my router, then unplug your life support, the long con. What's the best situation to eat a Dorito? That's assuming there is ever a bad time to eat Doritos. Well, a funeral would be fucked up though. I'm literally flying to a funeral right now. I will test your theory. You were absolutely right. The world now runs on video game logic. What's the first thing you do? Look at my stats to find out what the fuck is wrong with me. What does it look like I do for a living? Flirt with the receptionist at Dundermuth. I don't get it. What does it look like I do for a living? Solve mysteries with a dog. You can't spell cat without a what? What is wrong with my sister and her husband? Absolutely nothing. They are strengthening their bond by being chaotic dumbasses together, and that's beautiful. You can only drink one. Strength, poison breath, talk to plants, courage, always relax, become a dragon, instant death, flight, instant death. How do you sleep at night knowing people don't like you? With no underwear, in case they want to kiss my ass. I was on a dating app, and a guy jokingly wrote, "What should we name our first child?" as his intro, and I had to tell him that in 5th grade I lost a bet to my best friend Hannah, and have to without question name my firstborn child Megatron, and then the man unmatched me. His loss. What a dope name. What the hell is Obama's last name? Does anyone know? Who's the real queen of the sea? Let's argue. Moana left her family to save her village and the ocean. Ariel left her family for pee-pee. Don't ever disrespect Moana again. What's a good first date question? Is there someone who thinks you are in a relationship with them? In French, you don't say I miss you. You say tu dis manques, which means you are missing from me. Isn't that amazing? In Texas, you don't say you all. You say y'all, which means you all. Unless there is a lot of y'all, then it's all y'all, which means all you all. Isn't that amazing? How old were you when you found out these lines are actually measurements? Beer, wine, liquor. Do you ever get so bored you go to Netflix but decide you're not ready for that kind of commitment, so you end up watching YouTube instead? How would you write, "I changed a light bulb" on your resume? I single-handedly managed to successfully upgrade and deploy of a new system environmental illumination system with 0 cost overruns and 0 safety incidents. Okay, spoiled females. What does no mean? That you don't love me. It takes you 30 minutes to cross. What would it take you to walk this whole bridge? 30 minutes. Is it normal to sleep with socks on? Absolutely. That's normal. No, that's weird. I sleep with shoes on. What would you do in this situation? What the fuck are we meant to do? I hate those websites that are like, your password is weak. Oh, really? Well, your security questions are soft as shit. What city was I born in? Really? Ask me why my parents aren't together. What the hell is number 6? When you have to fix your glasses, but your fingers are covered in Cheeto dust or something. We want to know this year. What videos did you watch on repeat? This one about the cute puppy. Did you just rickroll YouTube? What would you do if you found me in your fridge? I would be extremely scared because the other bodies in my fridge don't smile. Hi, are these still selling? Would you ship to Spain if I pay for ship? I don't do international shipping, I'm afraid. Afraid of what? Don't be scared. You can have sex with one real person from all of human history. Who is your ultimate lay? I'd like to have sex one more time with my wife, who passed away from cancer 9 years ago. My body yearns for hers. The ultimate downside to finding the one is she may die young and leave you wanting. I also choose this guy's dead wife. They offer you $80 to clean the cemetery alone, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Are you taking the job? It's supposedly haunted. $80 an hour. You got me fucked up if you think I'm going to refuse that. Shit, I'm making each one of those tombs as spotless, with the finest holy water. Annabelle's trying to visit her friend. Aisle 6, row 3, bro. I might get haunted, but I'm leaving every shift in a Bentley, with Casper and his homies in the back. What's the worst thing a woman has done on the first date? She literally asked what their most expensive drink was. The waiter met my eyes, and the bro code kicked in. He just kept saying everything was out of stock. God bless him where he is now. I went back to give him a tip, but he declined. Ladies, what is the most obvious hint you've dropped that went completely unnoticed by a guy? My current boyfriend and I started out in this weird friends that flirt stage. I was trying to find a way to get him to make a move. One very hot evening, middle of August, we were sitting in his backyard with a few of our friends drinking beer. I sat on the same lawn chair as him, kind of wiggled in and said, "I'm cold." He left me alone in the chair and proceeded to build a giant fire. It took like an hour. When he was finished making the fire, he sat back down in a different lawn chair. No man passes up a good excuse to light shit on fire. My sister and I are having a mac and cheese battle to see who gets gets to cook it for Thanksgiving. Mine is the left, hers is on the right. Who are y'all with? Both of you need to be in prison. Anyone know how to remove this thing? Pay 1 year in here for 30 billion. You have no books, movies, phones, consoles, nothing. Can you do it? At some point, you'll stop being alone in there. That's when shit's gonna really get lit.